Hi, what's up, everybody? Good news. Better way to stream now. This is Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is, man. Trigger rank, and I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification bell. If you'd like to donate to the channel, cash app in the description of this video. If you'd like to follow me on any other platforms, everything in the top of the description of the channel. With that being said, let's get this show on the Rizzo now.
You were watching a master at work. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
All y'all hit the like button, man.
And I knew right from the start I was too much. I'm closer than you think to the stars. Nigga, look up. No need to act these hoes. I simply tell them that they ain't.
Thank you.
Here's a secret trick to create a music video. Using your face and voice. The app is called Mozart AI. You record a short voice sample, so it analyzes your voice. Then you pick a song you wanna cover and upload your photo. That's it. Mozart AI. Yeah. Create your music video in seconds. It's amazing. You have to try.
Alright, y'all. Now we're going to I don't want it to start over. Give me a second. Alright, y'all. So we're going to my joints.
You are watching a master at work. Trackaholics, feel the trap shit. Open up, close the lights. City winds, sleep aside. Hear her voice, shake my window. Sweet seducing inside. Get me out into the nighttime. For me tonight. If this town is just an apple, let me take a bite. And they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? I say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? Reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl? She knows I'm watching. See that girl? She likes the way I'm staring. They say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does it do me that way? They say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Does it do me that way? I like it this way. I like loving this way. Across the morning, the city's life begins to be. It's at the pole right.
What's up? I can't hear nothing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. that's connected to UFOs. Let's check it out, y'all. Trap More or take about Trap Low Raw, so check them out. Hope to land up. It does good this time, so that's what we doing, y'all.
Folks, I'm going to break it down or two now. There's been a whole bunch of very bizarre, unexplained instances of people either going missing or just outright being murdered not long after they've been working on top secret technology. Okay, now look, if you want to go crazy with it, a lot of people are saying that the government actually captured crashed alien spacecrafts and have been trying to reverse engineer the technology so that they can use them in things like fighter jets and advanced weapon systems. Some people want to go all the way out with it and say that people are being murdered because, you know, this alien technology is falling into the wrong hands. People are maybe whistleblowing. It's not entirely clear, but what I do know is that there is way too many people that have suspiciously disappeared and been murdered for this to all just be a coincidence. So in this video, I'm going to break down one of the most suspicious instances of people that were privy to, you know, space technology, information, and then suddenly just everything went left and everybody died. In this story, we're going to be talking about Jake.
So he done had a couple of videos talking about this, and these are 3 new people. I think the last one he had like 6 or 7 people, and he talked about it before, so.
Pritchard, who murdered his wife and his co-worker before taking his own life, and it just so happened that everybody was all involved in working on this technology. Now, this is probably the most suspicious one of all. I touched on it in a previous video. I'm going to break it down in specific details to you guys today in this video. So, it was on October the 25th, 2025 when this all went down. It would be a double murder-suicide involving Wright-Patterson workers. And, you know, when you look at where these folks worked, the information they were privy to, everything starts looking a bit suspicious.
Disturbing new details out of a investigation involving 3 employees of the Wright-Pat Air Force Base. Police saying 34-year-old Jacob Pritchard killed his wife, 33-year-old Jane Pritchard, put her body in his car, drove to the West Milton City building before killing himself. This was around 4 in the morning on Saturday. Police say 2 hours earlier, Pritchard broke into 25-year-old Jamie Gustus's apartment in Sugar Creek Township and killed her. Officials don't know what led up to these attacks, but say the 3 knew each other through their work at the Air Force Base.
They all knew each other through their work at the Air Force Base. That's very convenient, isn't it? So, as I've covered before, there's a great website that's been doing a lot of reporting on this stuff called the Sentinel Network. And this website, in their opinion, they would officially connect these deaths to the mysterious disappearance of Air Force and UFO expert General McCaslin, who we talked about recently, as of last month. He disappeared and went missing from his home, took no shoes, no glasses, took his revolver though, and there's been absolutely no signs of him ever since. And he was apparently privy to some of the most top secret alien UFO information technologies recoveries available.
I think everything we see in TV and movies is actually real, y'all. What's up? How you doing? Madison. Yeah, I think everything we see on TV and movies is real, bro.
I was with the governor. So this is what they're saying on this website about how these 2 things are connected. So here is what we have now. Every fact below is sourced and verified. Monica Jacinto Reza, inventor of Mondaloy, AFRL-funded contractor then JPL NASA, vanished on June the 22nd, 2025. Jacob Pritchard, AFRL Sensors Director, dead October the 25th, 2025. Jamie Pritchard, AFL CMC Wright-Patterson, dead October 25th, 2025 too. First Lieutenant Jamie Gustus, AFRL 711th Human Performance Wing, TS SCI cleared, dead October the 25th too. So those 3 are the connected ones we're going to be looking at in this video, okay? But there's more. Carl Grillmare, Caltech, IPAC, NeoWise Pipeline, Neo-Surveyor, Instrument Characterization, shot dead February 16, 2026. William Neil McCaslin, former AFRL commander, vanished February 27th, 2026. 6 people, 9 months, every single one of them connected to the Air Force's research lab or the institutions it directly funds. AFRL is the entity that develops and transitions the most sensitive aerospace technologies in the American defense arsenal. Every name on this list connects to it. So let's take a little closer look at exactly what went down with this double murder, self-deletion, that is probably the most suspicious incident of them all. It all went down, as I said, on October the 25th, 2025, and it all kicked off with
Here's a secret trick.
a police officer basically discovered two bodies directly outside the police station.
On 701 South Miami. Approached police state a man was laying on the ground, a handgun nearby. According to a statement from West Milton Police, he was dead with what looked like a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The officer continued to investigate, police saying they found a dead woman in the open trunk of the car. Police believe the two are married. The West Milton Police Division, the Miami County Sheriff's Office, and the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation are continuing to investigate. Chief Wright says it was an isolated incident. There is no threat to the community.
It depends what community you're talking about, right? It says, wow, another situation, this one so close to home and involving the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I guess many of these identifiers of reserved series license plates under special categories don't know who will snap. It could be a co-worker, spouse, child, or parent. Just so many coincidences, and still I have to know, was it worth it, and where will the route be addressed? It is sus. So the police would then connect a third murder to this incident of this couple that were found dead. It would be Lieutenant Jamie Sue Gustitis, and this would all become very, very suspicious.
Now, around a half hour ago, we just wrapped up a press conference with West Milton's police chief, where he revealed to us that the death of a woman in Sugar Creek Township is also connected to this killing. Now, that third person, now identified as Jamie S. Gustitis of Sugar Creek Township, who was also an active member of the Air Force, was reportedly killed that same morning at around 2 a.m. when Jacob Pritchard allegedly broke into her home and killed her. It's unclear the exact timeline of events, but authorities know Mr. Pritchard took two separate vehicles and that he drove with his wife in the trunk to West Milton's municipal building. But just before 4:30 a.m., police say Jacob Pritchard opened the trunk to his car in the parking lot of the municipal building and took his own life by shooting himself, all of which was caught on surveillance video. Now, motives are unclear, but Chief Doyle Wright was able to confirm that all three knew each other from working at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base together.
The relationship between Mr. Pritchard and Mrs. Pritchard and Miss Gustitis is believed to be through their work at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The investigation is ongoing. We still have several people to talk to, and hopefully we're going to find out what the connection was other than work, if there was one. We don't know.
But they don't know what the connection was, right? It says, I would like to know if any of these people met with anyone from AARO since its inception. So neighbours of Lieutenant Gustitis would actually place the 911 call approximately 3 hours before all of the bodies were found, or the two other bodies were found at the police station. So here's some info on that.
Gustitis lived in a condo complex in Sugar Creek Township, which is south of the base. On Saturday, October 25th, around 2 o'clock in the morning, a panicked 911 call came in to Greene County dispatchers. Gustitis' neighbor said that someone woke her up from a dead sleep, banging on Gustitis' door, possibly shattering a glass door. And when she tried to see what was going on, she reported a man threatened to shoot her.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I live at 1527. My neighbors, next door neighbor was, people out of, there was people out on their patio with him, and he was trying to get her to the door. And I opened at my back door, and he said he had a gun to get back to my house, and he hopped off their patio and left.
At 1527, if he's on foot when he does that, does it get in the car or anything?
No, he's on foot. He was in the back of our yard, so he ran through the back, went down the side.
I just want you to keep yourself safe there. We'll let the officers there stop by and speak to you. You can do a statement and everything. Like I said, just keep an eye on the door on your camera and everything. And the officers there, go and talk to them. But otherwise, just stay inside until they get there. In case he is still walking around outside, I don't want you to step outside and put yourself at risk until the officers have a chance to kind of check and secure the area there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Police found Lieutenant Gustitis dead inside the condo, but at
So that's a really chilling police call, right? And it does kind of raise a few more questions. When they said, "Oh, we have a gun," it didn't say "I have a gun," "He has a gun." It said "We have a gun." It sounded like multiple people, but hey, don't know that for sure. That could have just been a turn of phrase. Now, the local police would basically respond to the Gustitis residents following that call. They would leave the scene and then return later on.
I obtained these logs about 24 hours ago, and they back up what neighbors told us, that Sugar Creek officers were at the scene, left, and then came back several hours later, and that's when a larger investigation began.
There was people out on their patio with a gentleman, and he was trying to get into their door.
That 911 call had dispatchers sending police to this apartment complex, while the caller said more.
And I opened up my back door, and he had a gun to get back in my house, and he hopped off their patio and left.
The documents we obtained showed that 911 call came in at 2:02 a.m. The first officers pulled up here at 2:05. They did not find the man, but did get information about the woman that lived in the apartment at about 2:37 a.m. The call log confirms what neighbors told us, that officers left the scene. It shows the call was cleared at 4:04 a.m. The next entry being changed from a disturbance to a burglary at 5:18 a.m. Then the call is reactivated, and the same two police units go back to the scene at 7:14 a.m. The fire department is then called in at 7:16 a.m., and the next entry shows that Ohio BCI is requested to the scene at 8:34 a.m. The search warrant we obtained from Greene County Courts did not say when officers looked into the apartment. We do know Ohio BCI was not called in to help with a homicide investigation 75 minutes after Sugar Creek Township Police returned to the scene a second time. I went to the police department Thursday looking for answers. Is Chief Brown available to speak with me? I was told the chief was not available.
So it's a bit suspicious. Why on earth did they go there, look around, leave, and then come back hours later, call the fire brigade, and then find the body? Now, interestingly enough, later the body cam would be released, and we would see the officers actually responding to the scene.
Not once did they go inside her home. News Center 7's Mike Campbell joins us live in Greene County.
And Mike, I know you spent the afternoon going through.
The video size was former Sergeant Doug Evans walking up to the apartment complex. He zips up his jacket on a cold morning, partially blocking the view.
Like maybe like either like a golf or a bat or something, like maybe the window like, and then I heard flash shower.
Sergeant and the officer's body cameras that they would later come to believe Jacob Pritchard put on top of an AC unit and just managed to make it onto Gustitis' balcony. Another neighbor said she heard a man yelling during the banging.
Him yelling, "Let me in."
The first woman then told officers that she captured that man on her Ring camera as he ran away, but that he threatened her first.
I keep trying that out, and I said, "Well, bro."
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't mind her, I have a gun."
The officer and the sergeant never seemed overly concerned, apparently believing that this was a break-in attempt and Gustitis was not home.
Did she say anything? Did you talk to her? So nobody has actually spoke to her then?
One woman asked police a pointed question when they appeared to be leaving. Back live here, those neighbors told police that Jamie Gustitis was active duty Air Force and that she did travel frequently, but the body camera videos do not ever show officers confirm that by getting on the balcony or forcing their way in her front door. Now, those officers left the scene and did not return for several hours, which is when Gustitis' body was discovered.
Very sus, right? They left, they didn't check, they came back hours later, and that's when the body was discovered. Now, makes you wonder what could have happened in between then. What kind of conspiracies could have been going down between them? But anyway, you can make your own mind up about that. Authorities would officially determine the cause of death for the victims and a full suspected timeline of the series of events. So this will be number 2 news, WDTN. They would say cause of death of one victim in double murder-suicide. It says more than a week after a double murder-suicide rocked the Miami Valley, the cause of death of one of the victims has been revealed. On Monday, West Milton Police Chief Doyle Wright announced that the autopsy of Jamie Pritchard showed a preliminary cause of death was asphyxiation from strangulation. Pritchard was killed either late Friday or early Sunday by her husband Jacob Pritchard home at some point during the late night time frame. Jacob Pritchard drove to Sugar Creek Township apartment of Jamie Gustitis, an acquaintance of the Pritchards from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. He attempted to break in, causing Gustitis to call the police. After police arrived and checked the situation but not finding anyone, Pritchard killed Gustav. So they're saying after police arrived and checked and they didn't find anyone, that's when the murder happened. Now that is suspicious as fuck. It says Pritchard then drove to the Cuba Heights home and drove up to the West Milton Municipal Building parking lot with Jamie Pritchard's body in the trunk. Once there, he popped the trunk to make the discovery of the body easier and took life. Why the hell didn't they protect that woman? Why on earth didn't they do more? That's why on-site reports detail the environment where the husband and wife were located. This would be in the crime scene. Said that when he left his home for work around 4 a.m. Saturday, he saw the car in the parking lot with the lights off nearby, or whether the trunk was open. Another neighbor described outside the home. He said, I remember hearing what seemed to be a gunshot. I didn't think anything more about it, except someone ran over the walnuts that were in the street. I looked closer, from my yard or from my porch. I could see there was a vehicle in front of the city building. The trunk was popped, and there was a white sheet hanging over the trunk. It's a very, very creepy scene. So, Jacob Pritchard served as an acquisition project manager for the A.
The saddest thing about it is these people, they probably sacrificed their life to get to the positions that they were at, as far as getting the kind of jobs they want, being in the military, all this and that. And man, all y'all gone, all y'all ain't here no more. Like that's just the weirdest thing ever, bro. Like to me.
FRL's Census Directorate. So this is the Census Directorate, gives you a little bit more information on what they do. It says the Census Directorate focuses on affordable sensor and countermeasure technologies for reconnaissance, surveillance, and precision engagement and electronic warfare systems. Sensors for weapon systems, warfare systems, right? Could be counter missiles, could be, aerial systems that detect where the enemy is, could be targeting, surveillance, stuff that we need to catch the ops in global conflict. The goal is to provide robust sensors that guarantee complete freedom of airspace and deny these capabilities for adversaries. Core technology areas include radio frequency, electro-optical sensing, electromagnetic spectrum warfare, and multi-domain sensing autonomy, resilient missile systems, enabling devices and components. Some of the most important systems that we need to fight the enemy.
Really think hiring random freelancers is the way to grow your social media? Surprise. You just for posts that don't even sound like your brand. Let me tell you what happens when you let me associate.
The enemies of the West. Now, his wife, Jamie Pritchard, was a finance specialist with the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center. Let's hear a bit more about their history.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant General Donna Shipton, Commander of the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center. The current administration ties peace through strength to its push for military lethality and readiness.
I'm Dennis D'Angelo, Executive Director of the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center. Through a strategic acquisition, modernization, sustainment, and total life cycle oversight, we ensure readiness, lethality, and efficiency across the total force.
I'm Colonel Chadwick Stipe, Deputy Commander of the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center. At Air Force LCMC, we organize, train, and equip warfighters with war-winning capabilities.
Through America's military strength, we will restrain enemies and support allies. I'm Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Weezer, Command Chief of the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center.
Center Airmen oversee a diverse global portfolio that strengthens the total force. Their responsibilities are vast and include foreign military sales, advanced weapons and munition systems, modernizing, sustaining, and ensuring operational effectiveness of Air Force aircraft, managing center installations and infrastructure, developing software to deliver agile solutions to warfighters, and advancing human systems to equip airmen with the tools needed to protect in all environments.
In his first official message as Secretary of the Air Force, Dr. Troy Meek reinforced the Department of Defense priority to deliver on modernization across all mission areas. Our center is key to that priority. It is our duty to deliver critical programs on time and within budget.
Our team drives precision measurements, enhances warfighter readiness with AI, and delivers breakthroughs in advanced manufacturing.
We have experts working on command and control networks, sensors, navigation and electronic warfare capabilities, plus fighters, tankers, advanced training capabilities, reconnaissance systems, and surveillance tools. We're responsible for planning and executing all lifecycle activities of the entire United States executive aircraft fleet, including Air Force One.
Our propulsion teams keep over 22,000 engines running for the Air Force and partner nations. Thanks to digital material management, we're revolutionizing the acquisitions process and accelerating product life cycles from design to deployment.
Plus, we're doubling down on next generation systems like autonomous collaborative combat aircraft and the future F-47, the first crewed 6th generation fighter.
Peace through strength drives everything we do. At Air Force Lifecycle Management Center, our uniformed and civilian airmen take a broad strategic approach to their work, ensuring the warfighter is fully prepared for anything in any environment. Working with our industry partners, we are transforming how the Air Force builds and sustains combat power for the future.
We take seriously our role in safeguarding the Air Force's technological edge, operational strength, and strategic deterrence capabilities. This disciplined execution equals victory over our adversaries.
While the Air Force evolves, one thing remains constant. Airmen project power by planning, executing, and delivering the tools needed to dominate the sky. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for all that you do.
On level is the highest government, okay? Now let's look at the last person, okay? Lieutenant Jamie Gustaitis, she served as operations research analyst on the 711th Human Performance Wing. So here's some details about that organization.
The human. And in today's environment, the human is the key determinator on the battlefield. Enter the 711th Human Performance Wing. Innovation and human performance unite to give warfighters a competitive edge. As part of the Air Force Research Laboratory, the 711th Human Performance Wing is dedicated to discovering, developing, and delivering integrated human performance knowledge, technology, and solutions. We're unique, blending cutting-edge science and technology with a deep medical focus, aligning our efforts with the Air Force Surgeon General, Defense Health Agency, and Department of the Air Force. Our mission is broad. We enable, enhance, sustain, and restore airmen and guardians throughout their careers, ensuring they are ready for today's challenges and tomorrow's conflicts. Essentially, the 711th Human Performance Wing is a one-stop shop for human warfighter support, ensuring ready forces and medics now and for the future fight. How do we achieve such a comprehensive mission? With more than 1,200 experts in nearly 70 specialties, our team leverages an unparalleled range of expertise. We lead in human-centric education and innovation, housing some of the world's most advanced facilities, like the DoD's only human-rated centrifuge, where we test pilots' ability to withstand 9Gs and validate next-generation aircrew equipment. Plus, our advanced training environments, where medics prepare for real-world missions in simulated flight conditions. Collaboration is at the heart of our success. With hundreds of partnerships spanning industry, academia, U.S. government, international entities, and other military services, we ensure that airmen and guardians are at the cutting edge of innovation. These partnerships expand our reach and capabilities, delivering a wide range of opportunities and impactful results for warfighters. Ultimately, we deliver the knowledge, tools, and technologies that make a real difference in the field. Innovations like BatDoc J, a mobile tool revolutionizing battlefield care, and the Impact platform, enabling one operator to control multiple unmanned assets, exemplify how we're giving warfighters an edge via decision superiority. We pioneered human-machine teaming technologies like Project Boar, a system that controls multiple unmanned vehicles from a centralized command and control station, streamlining operations. Beyond this, we deliver solutions to real-world problems, from boots-on-the-ground support to deep reach-back capabilities. We offer research, education, and worldwide consultation in aerospace and operational medicine. Our labs process nearly 2 million samples annually, and our experts handle tens of thousands of
Go. It was easy. And guess what? I don't miss it at all. Here's why you should download Download the Go browser for free right now.
Requests.
So look, these guys are working on the highest level of, government contracts, space, air technology, weapon systems. It's crazy, okay? Yet, with this self-deletion, still motive, right? At the very, very close I was finding an actual motive in this situation, and barely, if that, this post on r/airports about the triple death. Now, I did think that this was a love triangle. People saying they worked with them, didn't know them well, but this is shocking. You never really, most of us are furloughed civilians, no one really knows what it is. It says, I hadn't even considered most of us are furloughed civilians, no one really knows what it is. It says, I hadn't even considered the effect of it. This particular incident seems to be something that had been brewing anyway, but the stress on people risks driving some folks into irrational action they might not have done. Now, that's an interesting theory. But basically, here's some people that know. I've known Jamie Pritchard Rock since middle school. I went to high school with her. She was an incredibly kind person who never judged another. Her 3 children will never be the same. Someone says Jacob was my boss. I always thought he was a kind and considerate man. When I interacted with him, totally speechless about all of this. So a lot of people think there was a love triangle going on. This guy says, honestly, when I was a lot younger, I used to mess around with a married chick until I was at her place and saw a family photo shit changed my entire perspective. Saw a husband and wondered how he would take that betrayal and 2 kids that would probably be messed up from the fallout. I left abruptly. Affairs are fine until they're not. Occasionally I wonder if they're still married, if I'm going to come up in some heated argument, and if I'm going to be hunted down like a damn dog. Don't do it, fellas. So a lot of people are thinking that's what happened. It says you should also say ladies. Apparently the other Jamie, the lieutenant, was a female. So either the 2 ladies were up to something or he was with the lieutenant and got caught and decided to end it. Situation, problems. He was saying no motive yet. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say love triangle gone horribly. 3 beautiful children have become scarred orphans for life. People saying mum met the lieutenant at the gym, became close, felt seen for the first time in years. Husband finds out, and from there we're at this horrible ending. Well, the lieutenant is female. So I personally feel like these guys don't have a clue what they're on about, right? Yeah. Someone says, my guess is an affair. The wife found out by the lieutenant. Maybe the lieutenant wanted to end it and he didn't, so tells the wife thinking he will end it for good. The wife kills herself. Husband.
Shit's spooky, y'all. Y'all hit that cash app, man. I go, we going $20, man. $20. Hit the cash app. Damn, they said a quadruple amputee athlete charged in shocking murder case. Damn. So that means he got his arms and legs cut off and he charged with murder. Ooh. Trump says. I'm gonna at least go to an hour, y'all. I'm gonna probably pop back in.
Get C-SPAN on the
Learn how to do it with this other
political events.
with this other phone. So y'all hit that cash app up, man. Yeah. Y'all here sign up with a cash app, man. The goal for the kids today is $20, man. So y'all send $1 a piece, man. Cash app right there in the chat, man. Check it out.
Who we got here? Patricia? What's up?
Oh, it's like a live. Hold on, y'all. I ain't trying to hear him
Other
talk.
cabinet members, they start talking like that too, because they that's how Trump talks, so they talk like that. We're gonna kill them, they're gonna be killed, we kill them, they're all gonna die. They're gonna die, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna kill them. Lindsey Graham talk a lot of that kill stuff too. Lindsey Graham, yeah, him. He talks a lot about killing. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. It's always strange that the people that do the less killing, the people that do the less, who ain't gonna bust a grape, who ain't
I'm going to
gonna
Nightcap, see what's going on with Nightcap. I'm gonna take this thing on out to an hour, then I'm gonna tap and come right.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. This one comes from Xavier. Let's take a listen to what Xavier had to say.
I have 2 questions for you, and Joe, I have 1 question for you. First question, Unc. When you worked with Skip in LA, how did you stay disciplined with the breakfast you would post every morning, to keep your body in tip-top shape? Then the second question is, how much different is it working with Skip versus your old colleagues like Stephen A. Smith and the other people over at ESPN that you worked with? And Joe, my question I have for you is, the night you made Paul Pierce touch earth, going forward, how did the opposing team and players, how did they defend you, and what did they draw up to defend you after you made Paul Pierce, after you embarrassed him?
Well, go ahead, Joe. I'll let you start.
For me, it wasn't that, teams did anything different. Obviously, it was a great dribble move, and obviously I finished the shot, but was everybody talking about it? Yeah, but I don't think teams were just coming in looking to defend me differently. I probably had about 21 points that game. It wasn't like I had 55 and I made them fall. You feel what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it felt great. It felt great. Yeah.
Well, the first question is, how do you stay disciplined? It's very easy because I had been eating egg whites and oatmeal since '93. So, and I ate egg whites and oatmeal until the pandemic happened. So that just goes to show. I had eaten that for like 27 years. Straight egg whites and oatmeal every morning for breakfast.
For 27 straight years.
And yep, from 1993 until late February of 2020 when the pandemic happened. So it was nothing for me. And plus, because I was like, because we had to be there before the pandemic happened, Joe. Mm-hmm. We had to be there. We had production meetings at 4:30.
In the morning?
Yes.
Woo!
So it got hard. So it was easy when LeBron was on the East Coast because they played 4:30 ball games.
Right.
I'm out. This man come to LA. They play at 7:30. So now I'm up 10, and I got to get right back up before shower, get to the place. I always live 2 miles from the place, so it only took me about, if I caught the lights just right, I could get to work in 3 minutes. And so it was easy for me to stay disciplined. I could eat the same thing. If somebody said, okay, Shannon, you can only eat this for the rest, it's easy. I can eat turkey, rice, broccoli, I can eat egg whites, toast, oatmeal. I can eat that every day for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. Debate with Skip versus debating Stephen A. When I made Skip on the real debate show, it's nothing. Sometimes he's the defense, I'm the prosecution. Sometimes he's the prosecution. I'm the defense, he's the prosecution. And I'm literally trying to win. I'm building my case. If I can't beat him, I'm going to punch holes in his argument and then have a plan. Stephen A is conversational. It's not, I'm trying to beat Stephen A. I'm not trying to beat them guys. We have to do what I throw back and it's like, okay. But it was totally different because at first take, it really wasn't a debate. It was more of a conversation. Ocho, what do you think about this? Joe, what do you think? Shannon, what do you think? Stephen A, Skip, and I'm moving on this. And now you build your case, you build your argument to support what you say. So, and that's why you learn is that you never bring something into the argument that doesn't help your case. If you bring it in, it better help your case. Because if it doesn't, all you've done is strengthen his argument. And you don't want to strengthen his argument. My strongest point, I lead out with it. My next strongest, I go with that. Then I'm gonna flip it over to him. But the thing is that you gotta do when you're in a real debate format is that you gotta keep your train of thought all the while I keep listening. So now I'm like, okay, I'm writing it down, I'm listening. Now, before I get to my point.
Man, I used to watch them jokers every morning, bro. I used to wake up religiously and watch Shannon and Skip. When he got on ESPN, I didn't watch him too much. But y'all hit that Cash App, it's in the description. I mean in the channel, but I mean in the chat. But yeah, man. I used to watch them every freaking morning. I used to love that show, bro. And when they broke up, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might have had a little teardrop that last day when Shannon was not there. And it was crazy because it was like as harsh as Skip was trying to treat Shannon. It was crazy because when he left, bro, it was almost like you stuck a pin in a balloon. All the air went out of every damn thing. So it was just like, what the? Like, bro, this some bullshit now. They were having Lil Wayne on the show. I think they brought Keyshawn Johnson on now. Keyshawn. Who else they used to have on now? I think they had the one that played with the Michael Irvin. Who else? They had a couple people on there, but it was just the camaraderie between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, man. It was like I believe when they stopped that show, and it was more so Skip fault for the disrespect, because he was very disrespectful towards Shannon Sharp, and that was one thing I didn't like. You know, the way he was talking to Shannon Sharp. And then, you know, you always throwing Brady up, like, oh, okay, all right, bro. Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Famer too now, so don't you talking like Shannon Sharp ain't did nothing in the league.
I'm gonna say now, this is what you said. You said this right here. You said LeBron didn't play that way. Now, mind you, you do realize they scored 30 points in the fourth quarter, right? You do realize LeBron scored 16 points and he assisted on another 6. So that's 22 of their 30 points. LeBron had a key hand in. But you say LeBron didn't play well? I would say that's pretty good. If somebody get 22 or 30. So if another player, team scores 30 points, and another player has 22 of those, have a hand in 22 of those 30, did he play well? So that's how you have to build your argument. But it's just different with First Take. You know me, I have a bunch of shenanigans. I'm coming with a goat mask. I got a crown on. I got a cloak on. I got a scepter. Ocho, I'm the only guy. When did you ever see a guy? I got Hennessy, I got weed, I got gummies, I got a hot plate, I got all that. They let me do that. I was like, okay, let's see how far we can push the envelope. So it's just different. Obviously, they wasn't gonna let me bring no cognac, no gummies, no weed. I had actual weed.
Yeah.
I had actually gummies with THC in them on the desk. I'm drinking at 6:30 in the morning. I got pancakes, I got sausage, I got eggs, I got a sign say Club Shay Shay featuring Coach James.
Modern enterprise. Parts. Comcast Business helps you orchestrate it all. With AI-powered networking that's optimizing traffic across 5 continents. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business. It doesn't sound like this. It doesn't sound like that.
And when I did this, I had no idea. They're gonna take because you don't know. I'm just having a good time. Kyle moved away, so
I say what happened. It doesn't matter.
they can't play. Yeah, they score, but they can't stop that.
Nah,
You talking about how they dip it low and all that?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just-
they picked them off twice. They got two.